Hello everyone, it's Red Robot here, and the terrible tactic of the day is the Flank Scout, which is the scout with the backscatter and the bonk atomic punch. Your melee doesn't really matter, but I guess you could put the atomizer if you want the extra jump, because it's handy because you don't get damaged during the bonk, or if you really want to have a reliable melee, just go for the bat. Anyway, the whole idea of this loadout is to just abuse the bonk to get behind your enemies or to their spawn, and then use the backstab effect on the backscatter to score some really easy kills on people that are unaware. So, if you haven't used it before, the backscatter is a less accurate version of the scattergun with 4 rounds instead of 6, and it mini crits when you shoot people in the back at a certain range. So you have to be close enough to get the mini crit bonus. This is a weapon that I've always kind of confused me, because we've got a secondary called the Criticola, which does this effect but better, and you can use it on better scatterguns. So it really makes me wonder, what is the point of the backscatter, and in what situation is it better to use the backscatter than it is just to use the Criticola? Now, obviously you can't use the Criticola if you want to get to their spawn, because you're going to need the bonk, so there's that. But other than that, it really feels like you're just a more specialized version of the Scout. You take away Scout's general combat abilities, so without 6 shots, he can't really stay in the fight for too long. He has to retreat and reload, and it feels like the 4 shots and the increased damage on the backscatter backstab bonus kind of makes Scout into more of an assassin kind of class, more of a go after one guy, do a bunch of damage to him, and get out. And the bonk actually supplements that really well. They really work together, mesh together properly, because not only is bonk a great weapon for getting through sentries and through enemy players to get the spawn, it's also a really good weapon for avoiding damage once you need to get out. So you can go in on one person, focus them with backscatter, backshots, drink your bonk, and get the hell out of there. And that's a strategy that works pretty well, I guess. But once you have kind of done your surprise attack, you've run out of your 4 shots, you're really left with nothing. If you don't have your bonk recharged, you kind of just have to give up. You see me surfing on the sentries there. It's another really good way to use the bonk, to get more distance than you could usually with just running. I'd say that in order to use the backscatter to its maximum effectiveness, you really have to kind of know your maps. And what I mean by that is, because you have such a low number of shots, and you don't have a secondary to back you up if you're using it with the bonk, you really need to find a place, like a perch or a certain area where you can pick off enemies without fear of being killed yourself. And this is a really, really nice spot on Gold Rush. I haven't seen many people use it, but it's so great to set up here as a demo or a soldier or a scout. Enemies walking out of spawn will be completely oblivious to you. Also, making sure to check for respawns is a really good thing, so you don't have to stay on your toes like all the time. On an unrelated note, does anyone know the Heimlich maneuver? Because I feel like I might be choking. A great and really fun way to really increase the effectiveness of the strategy is to have a scout buddy that does it with you. So if you can have 2 scouts bonking to their spawn and then just completely harassing their respawners, destroying the teleporters, messing with their wave of reinforcements coming in, it can really screw with the pub team. They really don't know how to handle it. While it's so much fun to use, I really can't justify using it over any of the other guns, which pretty much do this job, but even better. Like, take the Force of Nature for example. A Force of Nature mini crit can do 150 damage. It's enough to kill a medic at full health, alright? The backscatter can't get close to that kind of damage, so it's not really like it's not the best damage scattergun, and it's not the best scattergun over a long period of time, then what is it? It doesn't have the burst capability of the Force of Nature, it doesn't have the sustain of the scattergun, it doesn't have the movement abilities of something like the Babyface's Blaster or the Soda Popper. It really feels like it's kind of lost, and I feel like it needs an additional mechanic to really make it its own gun. I was playing around with things like an alt fire that consumes 2 shots, but if it's just to a player's back, it'll deal critical damage instead of mini crit. I don't know, that might be way too unbalanced, you'd have to try it out. But it feels like this gun needs just a little gimmick, a little something special to make it really usable and to make it really shine. That was just an idea, by the way, just something along those lines. A really kind of cruisy combo you can put on in pubs just to chill out and have some fun. A really easy way to get some pretty cool kills and really annoy the enemy team. That's all I got for you right now, and I'll catch you guys next time.